Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to follow up yesterday's video of talking about how awesome Phase 7 was with my critiques of it and how I would make Phase 7 perfect. This is in no particular order, really. It's just things that I think would be very beneficial to the community as well as people just out there playing in Phase 7 trying to enjoy the game. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing that I would love to know, and I think a lot of people would love to know this, is the Remnants of Valor sort of release schedule, level up, how much we're going to be spending, how high we can go with it, because it could be a lot or it could be very little. Like just raiding Nax every week could be good enough. We don't know, and we'll find out today, kind of, to a degree, what we can do, and I'll definitely try my best to post that and get that going out there for people. But, so, like, example, I have 176, I suppose I have a Heart of Dune. This is just from getting the 160 week one, doing the raid, and then doing this. I just want to see, like, if I was being super casual with it, where I stand. And with it in a guild that raids every Tuesday, it's going to be important to go in there, see what you can get, and turn it in. So my very first thing when the server comes back up is going to be going right into Nax and seeing what we need as far as remnants wise, how high you can level it up, etc., and all those details. So it would be really awesome just to have the release schedule, because, you know, an invasion can take 20 to 30 minutes with a full raid. There's just clearing it, and while that isn't that much for an MMO and WoW and dedicating, it'd still be nice to, like, plan how many times you need to do that, how many times you need to go there and do those things, get those hearts, farm them out, get as many remnants as you're going to possibly need. And it would just be really cool to, like, know exactly what we can do with that instead of having to guess and, like, farm thousands of them. I have people in my guild who've done that. It would just be really cool to know and plan around that. And while it kind of, I understand why I had to keep it hidden, it's just, I would just like to see it be revealed so we can plan around it, because it is quite, it's like the number one thing you need to do with the Seal of the Dawn trinket being so powerful in Extremis. The next thing that I want to talk about is to equalize the war effort. Now, this could just be a me thing, being a guild leader, doing my world buffs for my entire guild every week, going in with, you know, 3 to 4 sets, having everyone contribute rune cloth bandages or rugged leather to it. But I would really love to see all of these items here become equal, and I think this would do wonders for, one, new players coming into the economy who maybe don't have a ton of gold, haven't been playing forever, aren't like really up there as far as gold and gold making abilities. And it'd just be really cool to see, you know, be able for people to make mage bandages, wool bandages, thick leather, heavy leather. We have Peace Bloom, Fire Bloom, Purple Lotus, Mithril Bars, Copper Bars, Tin Bars, Spotted Yellowtail, Baked Salmon, and Lean Wolf Steak. You know, it'd be really cool to see people be able to turn in all of these and get 10 coins per turn in, and this would allow those things in the economy to also be worth so much more gold. You'd allow players to go out there and farm so many other options instead of just farming rune cloth and rugged leather, because they are the most efficient ways to turn in the thing. As you can see, you got tons of people here just sitting here turning in the bandages, turning in no one's really turning in rugged leather, because rugged leather is the best one for your inventory, but it is the most expensive one as well. So I would just personally love to see that, because I think it would be like, I don't see a problem with it at all if it's possible to code it, because getting world buffs every week for my guild has been tiresome, and while it doesn't really affect me what we turn in, I would just, you know, I'd love to see it for other people to be able to turn them in. Someone just dropped a firewater cauldron next to the guy, which is very interesting. But it would just be cool to see that take place and allow people to get more tokens and sell any type of good, instead of just limit it to the 2 that are overwhelmingly driving the market right now. Then this one is about tier 3 gear. Well, this is actually not too crazy for a druid here tanking that you're going to see as the example. I think a lot of people are kind of frustrated with this point, and I think I'm going to elaborate on why. So I would love to see tier 3 become best everywhere. Tier 3 is that in Classic WoW. Like, once you get to Naxxramas, Nax gear pretty much takes over. People always talk about linear progression, making it that, or making it horizontal, and how Sod steered away with that. And in the previous raids, I'll give it to you, but in Naxxramas, pretty much every class goes full Tier 3 bis everywhere. Like, that's what it is. Naxxramas gear is that powerful. You literally can take Naxxramas gear into the next expansion and do Karazhan and Gurul's Lair and Magmadon with Tier 3 on. Like, that is how powerful Tier 3 is. And in the normal Classic WoW. So here in Sod, I would love for it to be bis everywhere. The only reason it's not bis everywhere is when we look at the tier set here. For Druid at least, the 2 and 4 set are really good, but the 6 set says when you take damage from an undead enemy. So what I would love them to do is just delete the undead from every single one of these tier sets. Every single one has something to do with undead. Most of the DPS ones, it increases your damage. Most of the other ones sort of changes it. But I would love for them to delete undead, at least on the tanking ones. For the damage ones, you can make it half or whatever you need to do so it's balanced from other enemies. But I would really love them to change this because, one, our bags are already quite full, and two, like, it feels weird because your tier 3, like, these stats, this is statistically bis. Like, the strength, agi, stam, it's not better than the previous tier, as well as it gives me a ton of defense. It allows me not to be dodge or parry, and it gives attack speed. The attack speed's the big one. So, like, my tier 3 should be my bis gear statistically, but because of that set bonus saying undead, I wouldn't use this in AQ. I would probably go 4-piece Enigma, 4-piece Dream, or 5-piece Dreamwalker, I guess. But it would just be really weird. Like, it feels weird to go there. And we had the same problem happen in MC. Like, to do a Heat 3 clear, which we had been doing, you had to go backwards from your BWL gear to put on your FR. And anytime you go backwards, it doesn't really feel great. Like, it's like one step forward and then you go 2 steps back because we're at a new raid. That just doesn't feel right to me, and I think it never feels good to put on the previous gear or have to carry your previous gear with you just because it's better to do a dungeon. And I think a lot of classes are like that. And what I fear the most is for phase, possibly phase 8. I don't know. I'm hoping here. But when we get phase 8 and we go into the Scarlet Enclave, that this will be statistically bis, but because of set bonuses, because of the only working on undead, we're going to see it not be bis gear for the final raid of Scarlet Enclave, if it is that. So it's a hassle. And the only other solution that I have would be make supply bag not unique so we can have 4 30-slot bags. That'd be great. So then we could have all of them there and be able to, at least carry all the stuff that we need to carry. Because, before this 30-slot bag, my bags were rough as a tank, carrying pretty much 2 bags full of consumes and then some gear swaps along the way. So I would really love to, make supply bag not unique and have all 30-slot bags, but time will tell. Hopefully we get that. Then my next 2 points are pretty small points that I think would be really beneficial. Obviously, this one's a ginormous one right now. I don't know what happened, but essentially when Naxxramas released on Thursday, it caused a lot of Karazhan Crypts bugs. The Dark Rider boss despawns mid-fight. I've even seen it happen to me once or twice here. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know why it's happening, but pretty much since Nax release, the Dark Rider is despawning. I don't know if it's tied to everyone having their Seal of the Dawn trinket active, something like that. That'd be my guess, because we didn't have those active until Nax came out. But I don't know why it would happen, but I would really love for the Dark Rider to stop despawning. Any issue I had with Chiron spawning and the crystals not being active from killing the bosses, that has been solved, and I'm pretty sure that is working really, really well. But I don't actually know if anyone is experiencing any more Chiron issues. I only experienced the Chiron issue one time since Kara's been out. But I would love to see Kara being peak new content here in SOD, and everyone truly enjoying that and going after the experience. I think it'd be really good to see that become fixed and people have a much better time when they're experiencing it, because bugs like that, not being able to kill final boss, especially when you need gear off of them, really sucks. Then my final point is please, please, please crank the Atiesh splinter drops up. And for my guild, now we did not do hard mode, so this could be just a normal mode thing, and hard mode will drop a lot more. We'll find out to some degree tonight. But we only got 4 in week 1, and I only, like, normally that is fine. That is a decent week. Atiesh is a really, really powerful item and should be treated as such on a normal server. But we are on a seasonal server that has been releasing new raids every 10 weeks. So 4 in 1 week, by the time we get it, if we have Scarlet Enclave coming out, like, we'll be getting 1 Atiesh before we go into there at this current rate. We could have had terrible RNG. We could have, they could have a much higher drop rate with the hard modes being active. I don't know that for a fact, but if that's the normal rate, I would love to see that cranked up because we're on a seasonal server and we should be able to get those items at an accelerated rate because we're on an accelerated timeline. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions, anything you would like to talk about to make Phase 7 perfect, definitely drop it down below, and I look forward to talking to all of you guys about it in the comments. So anyway, I hope you have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.